Hi everyone, my name is Tiara, aka Bookworm Babe, and today I'm going to be doing a huge book haul from Book Outlet. If you guys are not familiar with Book Outlet, they are really great because you can find so many books for very, very affordable prices. So the haul that I got 9 books in this haul and I only paid $50. It was fantastic. They had a huge fall sale about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, something like that, and things were, I think, around 20% off, including their other their regular markdowns. So I was very, very excited and I couldn't really resist the opportunity to pick up a whole bunch of new books, and I'm very excited to just kind of get into a bit of what these are about with you guys. So because there are so many and I don't want to make this video overly too long, let's just jump right into it and get started. So the first book that I have right now is called What the Dead Want. This is just a better look at it, and it's by Norah Olsen. So I'm actually about to start reading this. I just kind of picked it up. I just kind of stuck my bookmark in it today to kind of get the ball rolling, but I thought it was perfect for the Halloween spooky season. It's very, very gloomy outside today and cozy weather, so it's just perfect for anything spooky, and that's kind of been the theme of everything I've been reading this month for October. So What the Dead Want, let's see what we've got. So what the book says here, what it tells us is a love of photography, an old camera, and countless questions. These are all that 16-year-old Gretchen has left of her mother, who mysteriously disappeared years ago. Now she must return to the place where her mom grew up, a decaying mansion that Gretchen has suddenly inherited from her great aunt Esther. Everyone's always inheriting something from a great aunt. I'm waiting for the day that I inherit some sort of fortune from a great aunt. Seriously. However, Gretchen won't find the answer she's seeking without unraveling the secrets that lurk inside the house. There are stacks of photographs and letters from her ancestors that go back centuries, pointing to some kind of haunting past. Yes. But when proof of the mansion's dark history appears to Gretchen in the form of ghostly visions, there's no doubt that something sinister has taken place here. Oh, love it already. Anytime you see the word sinister in something, you just know what's gonna happen. Not literally what's gonna happen, but you know the vibe, and I love that. No matter how scared she might be, Gretchen must uncover the reasons why this indescribable force has descended upon her family and find a way to set everyone, even the dead, free. Oh, okay. I was seriously so excited about this one. It sounds so freaking spooky and, just terrifying and all types of ghosts and whatever. It sounds perfect. It really does. It sounds absolutely perfect for the season, for gloomy days like this, and yeah, I'm so absolutely excited to pick up this one and get reading. So our next book is called Rise of the Jumbies, and this is by Tracey Baptiste. So this book I've seen floating around Caribbean bookstagram so much. It's more of a children's book. It's for ages 8 to 12 type, but it's really cool. I think the concept is so cool, and because of that I wanted to pick it up. I figured it would be a really cute kind of read. It would be a quick read because it's more of a kid's book, but it's Jumbies, it's a Caribbean, and I really liked the idea of what was behind it. So just to give you guys a little idea, it says, Corinne Lemaire defeated the wicked Jumbie Severine months ago, but things haven't gone back to normal in her Caribbean island home. Now everyone knows Corinne is half Jumbie and many neighbors don't trust her. When local children go missing, suspicious eyes turn to Corinne. To rescue the children and clear her own name, Corinne goes to speak with Mama DeLo, the Jumbie who rules the sea. But Mama DeLo's assistance comes with a price. Corinne and her friends must travel with mermaids across the ocean to fetch a powerful object for Mama DeLo. The only thing more perilous than Corinne's adventures across the sea is the Jumbie that waits for her back home. Ooh! I love it. I love it. Even just the sound of it, it's mythical, there's mermaids, it sounds so cute, and I'm looking forward to like seeing it. This is what the back looks like too. Oh, there's like a sticker here, but whatever. Just so you guys can kind of see like the art. I'm trying to get rid of that shine. But it's so cute and I really like it, and I think even if, you know, you're obviously not a kid, it's totally fine to read it, and then you can share it with like kids in your life or your family and stuff. So that's what I plan to do with this one. Number 3, this is called Leaving Atlanta, and this is by Tayari Jones. So I've read one of Tayari Jones' books before. I read An American Marriage, and I read that over the summer. So I was excited to see another Tayari Jones book because I did enjoy that. So I want to obviously like read some more of her writing, so this is cool. And so here is the snippet of what we're looking at with this book. It's the end of summer in Atlanta, and 5th grade classmates Tasha Baxter, Rodney Green, and Octavia Harrison will discover back to school means facing everyday challenges in a new world of safety lessons, terrified parents, and constant fear. Set during the 2-year nightmare in which Atlanta's African-American children were vanishing and 29 would be found murdered by 1982, Leaving Atlanta portrays one of the darkest tragedies in American history through the eyes of 3 unforgettable children. Here are all the hurts and little wins and the all too sudden changes and the merciless outside forces that can sweep the young into adulthood and forever shape their lives. So already this sounds fantastic. I picked this up because I thought the historical element there was really cool. I never heard before or like knew before about this like spree of missing black kids in Atlanta. You know, in the like 70s, 80s so much. I feel like it's something maybe I've heard the odd time, but I never really knew the full story about it. So I think this is cool that it's a bit of like a historical kind of fiction because it is based on a real time period and a real thing that happened with these kids kind of floating through their own situations. So I'm very, very excited to kind of learn and see where this one is going to take us. So number 4, I feel like this is taking longer than I was hoping, but whatever, it's okay. So this is Kindred, and this is by Octavia Butler. I have seen this one floating around Bookstagram as well, and I've heard really, really good things about it. So again, when I saw it on Book Outlet, I was like, okay, automatically I'm gonna pick this up because it's on my list and it's something that I've heard really solid things about, well, read really solid things about. So synopsis: Dana, a modern-day black woman, is celebrating her 26th birthday with her new husband when she is snatched abruptly from her home in California and transported to the antebellum South. Rufus, the white son of a plantation owner, is drowning, and Dana has been summoned to save him. Dana is drawn back repeatedly to the slave quarters, and each time the stays grow longer, more arduous, and more dangerous until it is certain whether or not Dana's life will end long before it has a chance to begin. So again, this kind of has the historical fiction element to it, and that's what really kind of drew me to it. I love historical fiction, and I think this has a really like strong female protagonist you know, element to it, and that's also something I really like. I love having like a very strong female protagonist, you know, as that, you know, main character in the book. So it's very exciting as well to see kind of where things are gonna go. And again, because it's history, I feel like you also kind of end up picking up something new or learning something new. So I think that's where this one's headed, basically. Number 5. So number 5 is Gathered Together in My Name, and this is by Maya Angelou. So this one, really quick, is basically, if you've read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, that is the first installation in the series of her autobiographies, basically. So this is book number 2, following I Know Why the Caged Bird Sing. So in this, we move forward from where that book left off. It's the time in World War II where there's a sense of optimism everywhere. Maya Angelou is in her teens and she's given birth to a son. That's the way the last book ends off. But the next few years are difficult as she tries to find a place in the world for herself and her child. She goes from job to job, from man to man. She tries to return home back to Stamps, Arkansas, and discovers that she's no longer part of that world. Then Maya's life takes a dramatic turn and she soon faces new challenges and temptations. So I really love the first book, and it left off so like cliffhangery. I think she was like 17 or 18 and she just gave birth to her son, and that's where the book basically ended off. And I really wanted to know, like, okay, like what happened next? It was like you're in a, because it's like you're in a story, even though it's like a biography, right? An autobiography. You're here like, well, what, Maya, what happened next to you? You just had it, like you just had a little boy. So again, I saw it, had to pick it up because I like seriously want to know what what happened next in her life. And it's really a goal of mine to get through the entire series, because her writing alone is just amazing. Like, we all know this, Maya Angelou, right? She's just an amazing writer. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, I've done 5 so far, so this is number 6. Number 6 is called The 19th Wife. This is by David Ebershoff. Ebershoff, sorry. Again, this is a historical fiction, and you know what? I'm kind of just realizing the pattern in the books that I picked up here. Everything's historical fiction. Okay, I didn't realize that when I bought them, but I guess I'm noticing it now. These are all, not all, but majority of these are like historical fictions. Like I said, I like historical fiction. Okay, so back to the video synopsis, right? So it's 1875, and Anne Eliza Young has recently separated from her powerful husband, Brigham Young, prophet and leader of the Mormon Church. Expelled and an outcast, Anne Eliza embarks on a crusade to end polygamy in the United States. A rich account of her family's polygamous history is revealed, including how both she and her mother became plural wives. Yet soon after Anne Eliza's story begins, a second exquisite narrative unfolds, a tale of murder involving a polygamous family in present-day Utah. Jordan Scott, a young man who has thrown out his fundamentalist sect years earlier, must re-enter the world that cast him aside in order to discover the truth behind his father's death. And as Anne Eliza's narrative intertwines with Jordan's search, we are pulled into this whole world of love, family, and faith. So I love this. I thought this was cool. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that it explores polygamy, because that tends to be like a taboo topic, and I mean, I don't know much about polygamy and stuff of that sort, so I think because it's in this historical context and then it mixes and matches with the modern day, it should be a really interesting take, so I'm looking forward to it. Number 7 is called The Rattled Bones, and this is by S.M. Parker. So this is another spooky one. I don't believe it's no, it's not a historical. It's not historical. It's just chilling, you know. It's regular. So it says, "Find me." The words haunt 18-year-old Rilla Bray. They follow her wherever she goes, a message that started with a ghostly voice singing from the depths of the stormy seas surrounding Rilla's small Maine town. And then the vision started, of a girl around her age in trouble reaching out to Rilla. Come here," she sings. Worried she might be losing her mind, Rilla tries to blink these visions away, especially when Sam Taylor, a first-year archaeology student, appears exploring the mysterious island off the Maine coast. Not a lot of people know the history of the island, or rather, they don't bring it up, or don't discuss it. I wonder why. Yet the more she and Sam unearth the island's many secrets, the stronger Rilla's visions grow. The more the girl appears, Rilla can feel the girl's pain, her sadness and fear, and it soon becomes clear that there might be more to the visions than just hallucinations, basically. And the truth behind the mysterious island may be the key to helping this girl who is haunting her. So how can Rilla help someone that she can only see? It's a riddle Rilla already knows the answer to, an answer that's been whispered to her in the middle of the night, sung to her over the ocean's whistling waves, and carved into the wood of her bedroom windowsill. Find me. I love that. Oh, that already sounds chilling, thrilling. I don't have a third one that came to my head that rhymed, but but this just, it sounds amazing. Like, I love it. I already feel the vibes. And again, spooky, gloomy outside, Halloween season. Love it. Like, seriously, just love it. Are so close to getting through this. So very close. The next one is called The Prisoner's Wife, and this is a memoir. It is by Asha Bandele. And so, here we go. Synopsis. As a favor for a friend, the bright and talented young woman volunteered to read her poetry to a group of prisoners during a Black History Month program. It was an encounter that would alter her life forever, because there it was in prison that she would meet Rashid, the man who was to become her friend, her confidant, her husband, her lover, and her soulmate. At the time, Rashid was serving a sentence for 20 years to life for his part in a murder. The Prisoner's Wife is a testimony for wives and mothers, friends and families. It's a tribute to anyone who has ever chosen, against the odds, to love. So yeah, that's our synopsis for this one. And again, same thing, like I really loved the sound of that. This is the wife of a prisoner, and it's definitely gonna have a love story, it's gonna have struggles, and that was really interesting and really appealed to me, and I really wanted to kind of see what the experience was like for this woman. How did this all come about? Because I feel like it's just gonna be a very captivating, very like emotional type of read, and as much as those can just really make you it just really makes you feel things, but it's amazing, and that's what we want in books, right? So very heartfelt feeling and vibes I get, and that's why I kind of picked this one up too. So our very last and 9th book, I believe, is a little historical as well, actually. So this is called The Angel of Highgate, and it is a novel by Vaughn and Entwhistle. This is it. So synopsis. Nothing less than the wickedest man in London. It is October 1859, and notorious philanderer Lord Geoffrey Thraxton cares for nothing except his own amusement. After humiliating an odious literary critic and surviving the resulting duel, he boasts of his contempt for morality and insults the attending physician. It is a mistake he will come to regret. When Thraxton becomes obsessed with a mysterious woman who appears to him one fog-shrouded night in Highgate Cemetery, he unwittingly provides the doctor with the perfect means to punish a man with no fear of death. Love it! It's that whole 1800s Victorian time period. I love it. I really do. there's something so spooky about that period of time, and the way people are able to really create stories with characters in that time period. I feel like it just makes for the perfect chilling stories, and I love horror. Seriously, guys, I do all year round. I will watch scary movies. I love freaking myself out. I love horror. And in books, it's just when you're reading at 2, 3 in the morning, that stuff has you spooked to your soul, heart pattering, everything. You're like, oh my god, are these things gonna come and get me? Or is something in my room? That's seriously how I feel. So I love that. That's me. Maybe it's weird, but whatever. I seriously love it. I really do. That is it for our book haul today. Those are the 9 books that I picked up from Book Outlet, and as you guys have obviously seen, there's a very diverse selection. There's a lot of historical elements, there's a lot of spooky stuff, and there's a lot of, there's just a lot going on in this selection. So ultimately, I'm just seriously thrilled to get moving on these. It's gonna be so awesome. Like I said, that is it for me today. I'm going to be doing my October wrap up next week, so you guys can see what spooky reads I have got through this month. I think there's some really cool ones that everyone will like, and you can put them on your list, if not for this year, maybe for next year, or just whenever you need something spooky or something with a little thrill in it, hopefully. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the haul, and please feel free to let me know in the comments, have you read any of these books? Are you doing a fall winter haul anytime soon to get settled for the cold weather ahead? Whatever the case is, just yeah, please comment, subscribe, talk to me, holla at your girl, right? I will see you guys next week in my next video. Bye!